There are some videos that I don't really enjoy doing, not because the game's bad, but it's just not me. Everspace is one of those games. Um, as always, I like to give my overall assessment up front, just because I could talk for a really long time, and I know that you guys don't necessarily want to sit through all that. Um, Everspace is not a bad game. I can't really give a review so much as an opinion on this because it's technically proficient. The graphics are fine, but this is not a game for me. If you like Rogue Legacy, then this is very close to up your style if you want a flying around in space game. But beyond that, I don't have a lot of good things I can say about it. Um, Basically, you're this dude with amnesia because, of course, you are, and you fly around in a plane. You have a choice between this one, which I can't ever afford, and this one, which I can't ever afford. Because you have to buy them. Now, notice down at the bottom it says, 25. That means that I have died 24 times in this game so far, and most of it's been during pre-release, but the release game doesn't seem to be very much different from all that. Um, I also have like $2,000, and you think, well, if I got $2,000, it shouldn't be that hard to eventually save up to um, the 10,000 you need for the next ship. But notice if I go to start, it says, oh, if you want to launch, you lose all your cash. So you don't do that. Instead, you go over to perks. And this gives you a whole bunch of different things that you can invest your coin in. And they're all fairly cheap with regard to the 2,000 that I have. Um, except for actually, buying the other ships. This is nice because it lets you actually improve your ship while, not doing very well. And there's going to be a lot of not doing very well. Um, which is fine on the surface of it, except for the reasons why you don't do well. So, okay, let me spend this here. Um, I want diplomacy eventually because diplomacy is pretty handy. So I guess let's advance this some. And see, to get that last one, it went up to 1,000, but then now I'm starting again on the new level, and the cost is only 300. So I mean, you can build yourself up gradually. It just doesn't feel good in the meantime. 1,200 for that, 7,000 for this, 800. This is an 800 thing. Let's use that. There. So I have 21 bucks, and now I can go through. So yeah, let's. I just got a sticker, didn't I? Maybe not. I think I got a sticker. I'm not gonna worry about my sticker. So let's just launch and see what this is. This bonus equipment, it's because I've been spending points, and there's difficulty settings. I've always been just playing it on normal. And so you first warp into a sector, you don't know what's here. You got some, missions that you can do for extra cash. And I have just jumped in, and I basically have nothing, and there's this huge dogfight over here that the yellow guys are losing. The yellow guys are a trading company, and then there's two factions of red guys that I found. There's the outlaws that fight with the traders in the Ukla, and then there are the Ukla, or the Okor, which appear to be some other faction. That's not really clear. But you can come in through here, and it's nice because you have really decent graphics going throughout all this. And then there's the two kinds of defenses that everyone has. You have shields, which are destroyed by lasers, and then the hull, which is just destroyed by other stuff. Now, this dogfight probably isn't going to go very badly because they were already fighting. And, so I can basically just come in here like a vulture and go through. One thing that makes me a bit sad, because, to be honest, like, some of my favorite games of all time are the Wing Commanders and Privateer. You don't have... you can't control your roll. You can control your pitch and your yaw, but not your roll. Or at least if you can't, I haven't really found it. Now, there is a bit of frustration in combat. You can't just constantly be doing things because you run out of energy. There's also scrap you can find, which you can either like swap these out for what you have already, if it's better, or just salvage it for stuff. And you need that stuff later on to do things like repairs and all that. So this dogfight wasn't that bad. I had basically this yellow dude, the G&B, as a wingman. Now, that fight, had I gone in with just me, would have gone much worse, because there are drones, which basically are little floaty turrets, and you don't get drones. There are also the Ukla, or not the Ukla, the Okor, who are much, much worse as far as their drones go. Oh, crap.
Nanobots, about time.
Yeah, about time. Not that it really mattered. So combat in here can go, one way or the other. Here I fucked up because I just wasn't paying attention to my health. But this is a basic run. That was my first starting zone, and I had to deal with all that crap. And you will have also starting zones that are literally nothing is there. You'll also have starting zones where it's all friendlies. You'll have starting zones where it's all like a freaking death trap, and it never feels fair. Unlike in Rogue Legacy, where I feel the technical aptitude with the controls can save you, that's not the case here. Their ships are always far more maneuverable than yours, and there are always far more of theirs. And you never have the wingman, which you almost always had in Wing Commander games, to keep people off of your back. And so this game never felt good to me. Now, I can't say that it's a bad game, because it's technically quite competent. The ships are nice. The sounds are decent. The music is I don't like it. It's not bad. It's again a matter of taste. And so I go through all of this, and I'm just never really happy with the game at all. Ever. There's a codex, Okar, not Ukla. That you can go through. One thing I would say is that in each zone, if you fart around for too long, eventually a swarm of ships come in and chase you out. Or you could try to continue dogfighting them, but it's ever escalating. So there's this codex, and then stats. Um, and now my counter is up to 26 because I died again. So I don't like it. I, I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm saying I don't like it, and that's really all. Um, Also, to note, I did get a free code for the game from the publishers, so thank you to them. I'm sorry. I wish I liked your game more.